Hey guys, today is Friday, September 23rd. So today we've got several things that we're going to work on. You're going to get an opportunity to kind of rework your 1 through 5, rework your 6 through 10. So let's make sure we are efficient. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes on each one of those. You can use your notes. Let's do our best so we can score our best. Okay. Also, few people didn't get done yesterday with the area quiz. We're going to give you about 15 minutes to finish that. Okay. So today, after all that stuff, we're going to do lesson 5 from parallelograms to triangles. Okay. Okay. So, number 1 practice problem. Problem statement. To decompose a quadrilateral into 2 identical shapes, Claire drew a dashed line as shown in the diagram. Okay, so decompose means to break down, okay? That's what the word decompose means. Quadrilateral means a 4-sided shape. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 identical means they're exactly the same shapes, okay? Identical shapes. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is a little kind of tough to see, but you'll be able to see it once you get your work there, and we'll post it on Google Classroom. So what you got to look for, okay, she said that, this is A, okay? She said that the 2 resulting shapes, which is shape 1, shape 2, because it's separated by this dash, have the same area, okay? We're looking for area. Ask us if we agree or disagree. Okay. So what we've got here, we've got a rectangle or triangle, so we can go ahead and put our formulas up. We'll do a rectangle. Area equals base times height, or length times width, whichever you prefer. That's this first one. Second one is a triangle. We understand that the formula for that is A equals 1/2 times base times height. Okay. We'll go ahead and work this on the board so we can see it a little bit better. So area equals base times height. The other part is a triangle. A equals 1/2 base times height. So we know that we should go ahead, we've got to have a base and a height or a length and a width. Okay, like I told you, how many blocks over? Count the blocks. 1 block, 2 blocks over. So we know the base is 2. How high is it? It's got to be the height of the true height of a shape. It's got to be perpendicular to the base. So any of these lines are perpendicular. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And it doesn't say centimeters, inches, or whatever, so we understand it's units. They're units, okay? So it's going to be 8 units squared. That's going to be the area of the rectangle. Now, we're looking for the area of the triangle. We got our formula there. Same philosophy we did earlier. Count our blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know the base is 4. 1/2 comes down times the base is next 4. Now the height. Now this is the tricky part. Shouldn't be. The height has got to be perpendicular to the base. It's got to make a 90-degree angle. So we're going to use this right here, height, because it comes to this tip, and this dimension right here is perpendicular to this base. Okay, it doesn't make a 90-degree angle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Height on that's 4. Now, we know when they're side by side like that, it means multiply. 1/2 times 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. We know it's units squared. So in this instance, yes, they do have the same area. When it says explain your reasoning, just explain in your own words. You don't have to use what I'm going to say. Just use your own words. So they have the same area. After we calculate, use the formulas, solve, the resulting answer is 8 units squared for the rectangle, 8 units squared for the triangle. So they do have the same area. Let's look at the rest of it. Declare partition the figure into 2 identical shapes. Okay, we need to talk about that. Are they identical shapes? Well, we just talked about what identical means, okay? triangle R is a right triangle. Can we use two copies of triangle R to compose a parallelogram that is not a square? So compose is the opposite of decompose. Compose means to put together. It says if so, explain how to sketch a solution. If not, explain why not. Now, problem 3. It's at the bottom. It flips over. Two copies of this triangle are used to compose a parallelogram. Compose means to put together a parallelogram. Which parallelogram cannot be a result of decomposition? If you get stuck, consider using tracing paper. I don't know that we'll need that, but, okay. So, which two copies of this triangle are used to compose a parallelogram? So, decide which one uses two of them, okay? It's A, B, C, or D. Decide. 4. On the grid, draw at least 3 different quadrilaterals that can each be decomposed into 2 identical triangles. That's on the next page, okay? So, will you give me another one? So that's on the next page, and the page numbers are at the bottom, okay? So 1, 2, and then here we got 3, okay? So problem 4 talks about right here. On the grid, draw at least 3 different quadrilaterals that can be decomposed into 2 identical triangles with a single cut, okay? So we're going to identify the type of each quadrilateral. Problem 5, a parallelogram has a base of 9 units and a corresponding height of 2/3 of a unit. What is the area? We know how to find the area of a parallelogram. A parallelogram has a base of 9, has an area of 12 square units. What is the corresponding height for that base? Use your formula, substitute, solve. A parallelogram has an area of 7 square units. If the height that corresponds to the base is 1/4 unit, what is the base? We did that a couple days ago. This is the area, 7 square units. Use your formula. Okay. Problem 6. Select all segments that could represent the height of side N. If side N is the base. Side N is the base. So here is side N right here. Okay. So they talk about which ones E, F, J, K, all these right here, whichever one, E, F, G, H, M, N, J, K, which one of those should be the corresponding height if the base is N? Okay? Pretty simple. I just told you earlier in this video what it takes to be the true height, okay? Let's work on that. We're going to meet in groups today. Have any questions that you have ready for us when we come to group?